What's going on, everybody? JD Temple right on time today at the 3:40 live stream. Hopefully I look okay. Got a little toothpaste or something on my shirt, but hey, that's okay, right? So I'm sorry about having to reschedule this from yesterday. I just got way too busy. We got some emergency calls in my business, and I had to go take care of those. And I was hoping to be back sooner than I was, but it took a lot longer to take care of things and to kind of get everything stabilized. So my apologies. Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, Tree Girl and Tio Vila? Thanks for coming out. This live stream is pretty much, exclusively dedicated to all topics regarding ayahuasca and Soul Quest, Ayahuasca Church of Mother Earth, which is located in Orlando, Florida, which is where I just got back from. I was there from Friday until Sunday, and I did 2 nighttime ceremonies and 1 daytime ceremony there. So all in all, I've had the opportunity to participate in 5 ayahuasca ceremonies in the last 2 months. And I tell you, it is the best experience aside from the moment that your children are born. It is the best experience that I could ever imagine. What's up, Ethan? What's up, Tammy and Michael Kidd Mills? So Tammy is asking, what does it taste like? It tastes really freaking disgusting. Every time I have to drink it, I'm like, oh my God. It smells like some really, really pungent soy sauce, kind of. It's very thick and kind of chunky, I guess you would say. It's really not pleasant at all. Just drinking it makes me want to puke right away, and you can really feel it going down and settling into your stomach. It is really hardcore. It is like, all of my saliva glands are just like watering thinking about it. But I still have yet to purge, to at least in the traditional sense, to throw up from it. That has not happened. Even when I did the rapé during the ceremony, I still didn't throw up. I think I usually purge through crying, laughing, and pooping pretty much, but not during the ceremony, like later, because it does kind of tear your stomach up pretty good. But it really helps you to get just a lot of things out of you, and just, in many ways. And I really had some crazy, crazy mystical experiences this go around, especially during the daytime ceremony, because I had never done that yet. And, the difference in participating in a ceremony at night and during the day is just like the difference in day and night. It was a whole different dynamic. It was just it's a much more like lighthearted type of situation, very empowering, not really so much of dealing with coming to terms with the dark aspects of your shadow self or your subconscious mind. It was really all about celebrating the victories in your life and empowering yourself and really, really feeling like super magical. I had some really crazy like serpent experiences. I was getting a lot of channel communication through some very, very odd vibrations that I was emanating. I'm going to make an audio of some of that here soon. And I tell you, like, I'm not going to do it right now because I look really ridiculous doing it. And not that I care, but it's really more about the sound of it and not what you look like doing it. But I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, the second ceremony or the third ceremony, which was Saturday night, I was actually doing all kinds of like serpent magic, healing. I was doing a lot of different healing rituals for other people. Right there on my cushion, I was able to. I think the more you work with the medicine and the more experience you have with it, then you can kind of grasp what is happening in the experience and actually work with it and do, go into different states of consciousness and be conscious and aware of your psychedelic experience. Because usually when you're on ayahuasca, you're just totally swept away. You're totally caught up in it. And you really just are kind of subject to the flow of the experience. You're just kind of going with it and holding on for dear life, having some really, really awesome moments, but having a lot of very difficult ones too. And there's really not much you can do to alter that experience or to really make it to where it has any kind of variations, or really there's not much that you can do to impose your will upon the situation. But I found that the more that you work with the medicine, that changes, and that you then really start to mesh with it, and the things that are really like inherent inside of you, especially your magical aspects of yourself, begin to come out during that experience. In a lot of different, very different and strange ways. But it was just really beautiful, really, really, really empowering. I mean, I didn't really have too many somber moments or sad moments this time. I mean, it was really freaking just like super magical and super empowering. Okay, so Adam Smith, did I see any demons or lovers? I saw all kinds of things. I mean, for one, I was face to face with this huge black serpent, and it actually went into my mouth and settled down like near my root chakra, I guess I would say. And then it was just like emanating out of me everywhere. And it felt like that I like merged with that serpent energy like fully, like more so than I ever had. And I was vibrating these very wispy tones and very slithery snake type of incantations and things like that were coming out of my mouth. I definitely felt a lot of very similar vibrations that I would compare to feeling like an incubus or a succubus. And Mother Aya does feel like that, because you can feel her in a very physical way. Like you feel the pressure of her weight lay down upon you, and then you also feel her solidity. And it's always usually down by your feet or down by your ankles. And it's kind of like she's just kind of reminding you that she's right there with you, kind of, sorry about my phone, kind of holding space for you during the experience. And it's probably the most solid that I've ever felt a spirit before in my life with her. And I felt that every single time. Her presence is very, very pronounced. Her energy is extremely powerful. And she's just very loving and caring and nurturing. And even when you're going through some of like the most emotional, darkest depths of your freaking your psyche and your past trauma, she's still like right there doing what she can to just let you know that it's going to be okay, even though you've got to go through those experiences. Because once you drink that, there's no turning back. You can't go around things, you can only go through them. And you can ask her to take it easy on you, and sometimes she will, I think, but ultimately she's going to give you what you need. I mean, she's like any other, and I'm going to throw it out there and call her a demon, because I kind of feel like she is. She's just like any other demon. She's going to give you what you need, maybe not what you want right now at the moment necessarily, but she's definitely going to give you what you need. And I would say that the ayahuasca experience is just like working with demons, in the sense that if you do a pact, you do a ritual with the demon, you start working with the demon, your life and your reality, it will begin to change, but it is really, by and large, going to take place as you live your life. And you've got to live your life. There's certain things that you have to do in the physical realm in order for your magic to manifest, in order for you to mesh with that demon, in order for them to be able to fulfill the things in your life that you've asked for. You've got to work with them, and you've got to live your life. And if you just sit on your sofa and sit at home and just jack off, nothing's going to happen. Working with ayahuasca, working with Mother Aya, is just like that. She can give you profound insight. She can really, really help you to change your vibration in a radical way, to give you like motivation and optimism and kind of a renewal of your spirit like I have never experienced in my life from anything else. But that's as far as it's going to go if you don't apply these things in your life, and if you don't move forward in a positive and practical manner, then it's really not going to be anything more than just a mystical experience. It's just going to be some mysticism. And I just, the experiences that I've had with her are so profound. I can't allow myself just to waste that on mysticism. I have to apply all of these things in my life, because she's going to show you where you went wrong. She's going to show you a lot of the things that happened in your life that suck and they weren't fair. But she's also going to show you a path on how you can overcome these things, how you can repair relationships, give you different perspectives on all of the people in your life and where you stand with them and what your role in their life is. And I think that's really, really important, because a lot of us really get kind of skewed on what our position is or what our purpose or role is in relationship to the important people in our lives. And it's really vital, because the people that are close to you in your life really and truly are precious. They are gifts, just like you are a gift and a blessing in their life. And so many people just squander that. They don't see it. They don't appreciate it. This experience will really help to open your eyes to what reality really is, what the reality of these life situations and dynamics truly are, what you might be blinded to, or what you may not really be paying attention to that is important aspects of certain situations and relationships and dynamics in your life. It really does just help to really open your eyes and help you to see everything for what it is. And just in ways that I never even considered, because it's just like you can really grasp the notion that you were living life with blinders on to such a degree, but yet you had no idea about it at all. I mean, I had the notion that I already had complete clarity in pretty much every situation in my life. And little did I know that I didn't have an ounce of clarity. Now I can truly kind of cut through a lot of that bullshit and a lot of those filters that were in place, and really be able to see holy shit, this is what's been happening. This is why this relationship is suffering. This is why, maybe this business is not doing as good as I want it to be. This is why this person treats me this way. This is why this person has reacted to me like that. But then you also get to see the opportunities, that where you can fix these things. And then you have to go out and do that. Let me get to the chat here. Did I experience any ego death? Yeah, I think for sure. the first time I did it, I mean, I experienced many forms of death, and so much that I experienced, I think, deaths from my past lives. Being stabbed, being shot in the head. Definitely ego death in a sense that when you're during the daytime ceremony, when you can actually see everybody else that is participating in the ceremony with you, that are all there with you in the Maloka, you get this sense of oneness with them to where that ego does drop away, and you can really feel how you are all one consciousness, and you're all in there communicating telepathically on a profound energetic level and sending one another messages and confirming this later after the ceremony. This really increases your psychic abilities so dramatically. It helps you to tap in because it really changes you on such a dramatic vibrational level that it is really, really just, it's hard to explain. I think that it would really be almost impossible for someone to truly submit to the experience, and that they are not going in there trying to control any element of it at all, because that's something that you really can't do. You just have to go and submit to the experience, and that you're going to drink the medicine, you're going to relax, and you're going to let the experience happen. And if you do that, I really don't see any way that you would not come out of that experience just radically changed, for the better. I'm sure there are cases where people have been traumatized and things of that nature. And I will say I did witness some pretty scary moments where some people were freaking out. People thought they were dying. People thought they were drowning. A lot of people just sob and cry and scream, and they're going through some heavy shit, and I'm sure it's freaking difficult. I went through some very, very difficult moments, but I've never been scared. I've never felt like I was out of control, that any harm was going to come to me. It's never been so intense that I felt like that I was not still connected to this reality in some kind of way, as far as like doing DMT or doing salvia, where you actually feel like you've gone insane and that you're never going to be able to come back. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. I don't get much out of that. A lot of visuals very similar to like a DMT experience, but I would say the visuals on ayahuasca are even, it's way more real. It's not just a kaleidoscope of shapes and colors where you do get that, but you're actually in another plane of existence. You're in a spiritual realm. You're seeing spiritual beings. You're feeling things in such a way. Your senses are so heightened that you feel every vibration. Everything has this ripple effect. You're playing off of everyone else's consciousness and their vibration and emotion that's around you. And I've done a lot of different plant medicines, a lot of different psychedelic drugs. Nothing has ever been close to this, ever, 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 ever. So let's see. I'm gonna go back up in the chat. I missed it. Ender asked if I've ever, infernal blessings to you too, Ender. Yeah, I've tried DMT. I only tried DMT once, and I've tried salvia a few times. Both of those are way, way, way intense. I mean, and of course, ayahuasca contains a lot of DMT too, but it's at a different concentration, I guess, from what I understand. So it's not so intense in the way that DMT is. Like DMT was way intense for me. Very intense, very short-lived, and the experience is over. Whereas the ayahuasca, it's a 4 to 6 hour journey. Yeah, cool. Yeah, Ethan. Hey, what's up, Bella? How long did I cleanse? The first time that I went there back in December, I cleansed for about a month, and that cleansing consisted of refraining from alcohol, refraining from any type of meat, refraining from drugs, refraining from sex for I think a week prior to that. And of course, like after my first experience, when I came back, I've just been on a cleanse ever since then. Not in a sexual way, but as far as like, I don't drink any alcohol anymore. I don't do any drugs anymore at all, period. I mean, I've smoked maybe like a hit or two of weed, maybe in like the last 2 months. The only kind of meat that I eat is fish, mainly sushi. But other than that, I eat all, like a total vegetarian diet. So like a total pescatarian diet. And like just the thought of doing any other kind of drugs, the thought of drinking alcohol, the thought of eating like red meat or any type of like animal flesh literally makes me feel so sick that I can't even consider it. And I really can't even believe that I used to do any of those things, to be honest with you. Like, it seems like that I have changed so much. Like, my vibration has changed so much that I have a hard time grasping that I used to be so horrible to myself, and that just like eating hamburgers and eating like sausage and stuff like that was like a normal thing that I used to do. Like, it's so crazy to me now. Like, I can't, it's just like that world in which I did those things seems like it's just like an eternity away. Like, it's like it never happened. It's really strange. Let's see, tips on shadow work. Like, just like be compassionate with yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Be honest with yourself, and learn to be honest with everybody that you care about and that means something to you. Because like Orly was telling me, really and truly, there should never be a situation where I should have to lie in my life at all. Like, I should never have to lie about anything. If there's things that I do that I think other people in my life may not be comfortable with, or they may get upset about it, then they need to be uncomfortable and upset. Like, I shouldn't have to lie just to protect their feelings about certain things that are personal to me, and they're like based on choices and decisions that I made. Because I think that kind of stuff, it really just like, it taints you vibrationally so freaking bad, like more than you ever know. Like, because then you're not living in a genuine way, and you're not being genuine to yourself, and you are actually poisoning yourself when you do that. It feels so good when you don't have to hide anything. You don't have to worry about any lie that you told. And that you don't have to get caught up in like what I'm saying to this person. Oh, that's probably going to make them feel bad, so I'm not going to say it. Or, but I feel that strongly about it. I would rather hurt myself than hurt them, or, what have you. But just go easy on yourself and don't beat yourself up. Whatever dark aspects of yourself that there may be there, many things may need to be dealt with, but there's a lot of parts of you that you can utilize and that are creative and that can like really spawn greatness within you to apply in other areas of your life, so that you can really embrace those like darker aspects of yourself. They don't all have to be a negative thing by any means. Because I think a lot of that stuff, it's only really dark shadow type of things because that's what we have been conditioned to believe those parts of us are. But really, those parts are like the dark matter and the powerful aspects of our being that we can use to fuel amazing parts of our lives. Yeah, Top of Top's talking about that you can break through like on DMT and ayahuasca with Kundalini yoga and stuff like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I would say so. Yeah, and like, you know, breath work. They do some breath work there too, which I had never really gotten into doing. You know, breath work before. I want to do a video on that soon. You know, yeah, you can like go to higher levels of consciousness and all of those things. You know, yoga, breath work, all of that. You know, and with the breath work, I mean, it was really just kind of like remembering that like when you inhale, your stomach is actually going to push out. And then when you exhale, it's going to kind of like come in. So it was like inhaling into your belly and letting it out and like really getting in that rhythm of and you know, speeding it up, slowing it down, however you want to go with it rhythmically, but it really starts to take you to another place in your mind. It's wild. Something I really want to spend more time doing myself. But yeah, I agree, Ethan. Yeah, weed is very psychedelic, and I really can't. I mean, it's like too much for me. I mean, if I ever partake in weed now, it's like, you know, I'm like one hitter quitter. Like I can't do any more than that, or I am like way too fucked up. So yeah, I mean, weed is like really, really powerful. I mean, this cleanses you out so much that I would venture to guess that anything that you would do after that is going to like really kick your ass. I mean, you would really feel it. Because that's the thing about it too. It's like after that experience, everything that you feel in life is like to the nth degree. You become so sensitive energetically, emotionally. And, you know, like I said, your psychic awareness and senses are like magnified so much. It just really opens you up in ways that I've never seen before. I have yet to come across anything like this. Oh, thanks, Jay Phoenix. So what made me choose Soul Quest over Ayahuasca? That's a good question, man. I want to go to Ayahuasca, and I think that's the one that you're talking about that's in Kentucky. I want to go there. I want to experience that. I think that, you know, so I started like, I don't know, 10 years ago when I was in the throes of a really terrible opiate addiction and going to the methadone clinic and just hating my life, hating myself, feeling like a piece of shit, and feeling just helpless, and that I was going to be chained to that whole lifestyle forever. I started doing some research and I found Iboga, and trying to find Iboga, trying to find Ibogaine was very, very difficult. I mean, you could go to Mexico and do that in a clinical setting. It was like $5,000. So, you know, I never got a chance to do that, but I knew that there was things out there that could really help, you know, and I was just at a point in my life, you know, back at the end of this year where, you know, I had gotten a handle on drugs, but, you know, still every now and again, I was not being good to myself. And I had a lot of things in my life, you know, trauma wise, you know, going through, you know, separation from my wife and divorce and all of that. And, you know, having, you know, just so many different things going on, and just really feeling like, man, I just really need something to take a lot of this weight off of me. And for some reason, ayahuasca came into my mind. I don't even know where it came from. I don't, you know, I mean, I do, as a spirits. They were just like speaking to me saying, look this up. And I got my phone out and I started looking into it. And then I saw, you know, you could go to the Amazon and go on like a 1 or 2 week, retreat there for like $2,500 minus the plane tickets and all that. And I was like, ah, that's out. And then I just ran across Soul Quest and I saw, you know, at that time it was $600 and I was signed up right away. I didn't see any online advertisement for Ayahuasca. I mean, of course, after I signed up at Soul Quest, I saw the Vice episode about Ayahuasca, and I think it's this Kentucky one, I believe, and that's a little less expensive. It's a little bit of a different experience, I think, in that it's not necessarily how Soul Quest does it, but that's okay. You know, I mean, it doesn't have to be at all. I mean, I want to go and do that. I want to go do that in the next 3 months or so. But that's why I chose Soul Quest over Ayahuasca, just because it was I had such a strong push to go and do that as soon as I found it online and I saw that it was something that I could do, I immediately signed up. I didn't think about it. And that was just what I ended up doing. And then I had such an amazing experience the first time. I had to go back again, 6 weeks later. So yeah, that's what happened there. I look healthy. Thank you, Bella. I feel good. I feel so freaking good. I don't think I've ever felt this good in my life. Like, really, I really truly feel like I can accomplish anything. I have been writing my ass off. I've been getting things done, not procrastinating anymore. My connection to the demons, my connection to spirit, my connection to these other realms, my connection to aliens, all of that has been like increased 100-fold. Like, it is freaking insane. Like, I would tell anybody, if they ask me, like, what can I do to ascend spiritually at a rapid rate, go do ayahuasca. Go and partake of this plant medicine and get to know Mother Aya. And I guarantee you that your consciousness will be elevated, that it will remove any blockages that you have in place, that things you have been trying to struggle through and getting frustrated about, communication with spirits and things of that nature. I mean, I have been manifesting my freaking ass off since I've done ayahuasca. Like, my magic, the potency of my magic has increased, at an exponential level. I mean, really, it's unreal, man. It's really unreal. Yeah. So, moonflower seeds, huh? Whoa, okay. So moonflower seeds, is that kind of like devil's weed, or is that something different? I'm not familiar with that. What's up, Star Ruby and Evan? And thanks, Bella, for saying I look healthy. I do really feel. Oh yeah, I mean, I've had shrooms a million times. I actually still have some somewhere. Midnight Diva asked, did I see my demons there with me? I felt them there with me. I did not see them. I didn't really see them, no. I saw them in different forms and a lot of serpent forms. And I actually did have a lot of alien. Hey, what's up, Source Adversary, Alpha Draconian. Oh, it's delayed. My stream's delaying. Well, shit. Is the stream delaying for everybody else too? Sorry, my hair's all crazy. Fuck it. I hope the streams. I don't know what's up with my internet. I have like really, really like the fastest internet you can imagine. I don't know why it would be delaying. That sucks. What's up, Seeking Serpent 6? All right, Tia Vila. Yeah, man. Cool. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I used to take kratom quite a bit, but beings that I had a terrible opiate addiction for a long time. While I do enjoy kratom, I steer clear of it because it has a profound effect on me. I can take kratom for just maybe like 3 days consecutively, and actually feel like I'm withdrawing from opiates because it is very opiate like. I mean, there really can't be much difference in the molecular structure, I would think, from kratom and like and an actual like poppy, what a poppy would have in it. Because I mean, to me, it feels so similar, and the withdrawal feels real freaking similar, and so that scared me. I can never go there again. So I would just definitely say, a word of warning with the kratom. Go easy on it and try to space it out. Don't do it every day, because that kind of withdrawal is a very, very painful thing. And I don't recommend it to anyone. Nana Christie, cool, cool. And Seven Turtles. Kelvin Frazier, what's up, man? Y'all can see me? Okay. Oh, thank you. Stream is on key. And I don't know if I look perfect, but thank you though. I'm working on it. Working on some kinds of perfection. Okay. No, it's okay, Jay Phoenix. Don't worry. No worries. I went Chakruna and Kapi. I don't know. I don't Arada Kalandri. I don't really know what that is. I'm sorry. Or if I do, I don't know it by those names. What's up, Karash? You might go to a shroom party soon, huh? Well, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really an N9 problem. Oh, I don't know what that is either. Oh, if you're gonna go to a shroom party, just be with people that you know and trust. From one thing, and be in a safe environment. Be somewhere where you're going to be safe for like 6 or 8 hours, and that you're not going to have any drama to deal with. You're not going to have any like weird, sketchy people there. That kind of thing. Then make sure you're just going to have somebody there that's going to be looking out for you. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Amanda Cole? Did I have fun? Yes, I had so much fucking fun. It was so amazing. I went on this second go round of ceremonies very apprehensive, because before I didn't really enjoy the actual ayahuasca experience because it was so difficult and so painful. And I felt sick the whole time and just really going through absolute hell during the experience. And it was one of those things where it was like the results that the experience would yield was so worth going through the hell and the shitty experience of the actual ceremony that it's worth it. But this go around, all 3 ceremonies were so fucking awesome that it's like, it's the best of both worlds now, because it is the most insane, awesome experience that you can imagine. And the results that it yields afterwards are like even better. So it's just amazing, man. I really would love the opportunity to be able to do different magical operation experiences and things like that during an ayahuasca ceremony. And I did do that. The Saturday daytime ceremony, and especially the Saturday night ceremony, I did that, but I would like to do more of that. I wish there was a way that I could. I mean, I definitely want to go back to Soul Quest very soon. I want to go to Ayahuasca too. But yeah, it's the best thing ever. It is. Yeah, I just can't. No, I didn't vomit. I did not freaking vomit. I still have never done that. And I even did the rapé this time. Which usually that's going to make you vomit, and that's like that sacred snuff. And they come around at like an hour and a half mark into the ceremony, and they have like this like curved tube. It's like some kind of bone or something, and they put the snuff in the tube, and you hold it into your nose, and they blow it up into your nose, and it's freaking crazy. And usually that's supposed to help ground you, but it's also going to help you to purge. But it didn't help me purge. I could not puke. I was totally had submitted myself and let go and was willing to puke. And there's a few times where it starts to kind of churn up, and it does feel like a serpent is in you, and it's starting to try to like work its way up you to like come out, but it would never happen. Yeah, I guess I do have an iron stomach. It just wouldn't. I know, Ethan, that's, after this experience, I really was very serious about wanting to start a church here in Virginia myself. And I actually contacted the owner, Chris Young of Soul Quest, and talked to him about that. And there's so many hurdles. There's so many regulations. You're literally putting your neck on the chopping block, you and the two other people that it would take to do it, because you have to have 3 people that are like on the board of directors in each state if you're going to start a church. You can't have any type of insurance. You got to own the land, the property outright, because nobody will insure you. So, that means whatever property that you would own, it would have to be owned. You couldn't be mortgaged. And there's just so many things you'd have to have in place for safety. It's a very, very expensive venture, at least to do it the way that they do it. I mean, I'm not giving up on that. I'm going to certainly look into it more. And it's something that I would really, really love to do with my life. There's no doubt. I haven't heard of Hepe. Yeah, I had some diarrhea, that's for sure. I purged a lot like that, not during the thing, not during the ceremony, but after. Yeah. A guy was there that was talking about in Washington State. There's like some stuff called a loofah or something, that it's like even more DMT in that than there is in ayahuasca, and that he went and did that, and he was saying it's like a total freaking out of body experience the whole time. And he said it's just like, bleh. I'd like to kind of look into that. Oh, thank you, Amanda. You should go. I mean, seriously, go do it. If you have any interest or inclination to go do it, sign up and go do it. The price is going up though, unfortunately. I think it's like, it was 600. I think it's $800 now. Still totally worth it. Totally worth it. I want to say that Ayahuasca is like $350, but you got to pay $150 and a church membership. So what is that, like $500? So that's still not bad. You got to pay $75 a year to be a member of Soul Quest. Source Adversary Essence. Belial been providing its essence for you. Yes, definitely. Belial's been a huge part of this. And I just bought him a bottle of bourbon today. And I feel myself drawing closer to him, without a doubt. The stuff that I just wrote for The Baal Compendium was really incredible, and a lot of that was inspired by channeled information and visions that I had prior, during, and after my first ayahuasca experience. And that all ties in to everything. I mean, it's very sexual. It's very it's very much about manifesting things in your life that you want, and like really, really manifesting it, like seriously, like manifesting it hardcore. Just really causing everything in your life to be like fertile ground for whatever it is that you want to bring into your life. And Babylon is a part of that too. So I can't wait to be able to share all that with you guys. You know, that'll be coming out in a few months. What's up, Jason? 7 Turtles. Oh, Hey Pay is Rapé. Okay. Yeah, the Rapé was really cool. I mean, it was like fireworks going off in my brain. Oh, so Arata knows about the Bufo alvarius. Okay. It's strong. Yeah. I don't know if I would enjoy it or not. I mean, is it like salvia or something? I mean, I'm sure it's totally different, but salvia is a little intense for me. Or it's a lot intense for me, actually. It's not something that in like straight DMT, it's just like, oh my God. Oh yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure. I'm familiar with the Eye of Ra. It's a triple goddess, Bela. Um, Not necessarily, I don't think. I mean, I guess that would be different than Hecate. I don't know if it's like a variation of Hecate. I'm not sure. But yeah, myself, I'm not familiar with her now. Oh, like the Bufos from a Toad. Okay, yeah, they do offer combo there. I didn't do the combo. I wanted to, but they always do it so late in the evening on Sunday, and I always have an early flight. Um, um, so a man has asked, did any of it contradict any of my beliefs? Um, the first time I did it, I was really in kind of a negative place, and I was starting to get into a negative like headspace regarding black magic and things like that. You know, kind of like as a whole, and I was really kind of scared that going into that experience that I was going to go even further into that. But it actually really brought me back to solidifying all of my beliefs, which was really good. I'm glad that that happened and that I didn't go even further into like pulling away from magic. And it wasn't that I was like walking away or pulling away totally, but there was just a lot of things about it that I felt like I wasn't resonating with anymore. But this like Mother Aya just like totally embraced me and just really showed me that like that this is my path and that everything is okay, and that the way that I was living my life is right and just, and that I don't need to feel any kind of way about anything other than how I truly feel about it. I don't have to worry about what anybody else thinks. So let's see. I know I saw another question in here too. And I've got to run here in a minute, y'all. And I'm sorry. I know I was going to keep this brief. Somebody was asking, was I able to see any spirits? Yeah, I did see a very, very huge black snake. I saw some things, I guess I would consider them to be aliens. I really, more than visually seeing the spirits, though, I was feeling them, feeling the solidity of them, feeling their pressure and their weight, just feeling their vibration and their essence, being in, telepathic communication with them, really kind of seeding into a like cohesiveness with them more than I had prior. But as far as like seeing them, there's so much happening during the experience. It's really hard to kind of ever really focus on one particular thing. You'll get glimpses of things. Some situations will be more pronounced and longer than others. There's one really crazy one. I had the experience with one of my cats where they almost died from one of my own cats scratching and biting me about a year ago. And during the daytime ceremony, I was actually like laying back like this on like a throne, and I was like the king of cats. And it was really crazy. I was like being like fanned and everything, and I was just like this like cat king. It was freaking it was freaking nuts, man. Yeah. But yeah, thank you all for freaking coming out. And I think it was you, Jay Phoenix, that gave me donated that super chat. Thank you so much. If it wasn't you, I'm sorry. What's up, Humbriesto? Oh, well, if you feel the call, man, look, you only have to pay half of it when you sign up. So it'll be $300 or $400, and then you don't pay the rest until you're there and you sign in. And it'll even be like 3 days after that before it'll actually get charged to your debit card or what have you. So, you can sign up for it now and then go in 2 or 3 months. And if you have the rest of the money, then you can do it, or look into Ayahuasca. If you feel the call, find a way to make it happen. Like really, you will thank me. I promise you. You won't regret it. It's worth every freaking dollar. It's worth everything to do it. Do they accept work exchanges? Okay, well, that's a good question. I'm going to answer that one real quick before I run. So after you go to Soul Quest and you experience it, if you really like it, there's a lot of people there. There's probably 20 people there each day that are all volunteers. And those are the people that look out after you, that help take care of you, that keep the facility straight. They're, cleaning up your puke buckets, bringing you this, bringing you that, walking you to the bathroom. Those people, from what I understand, every day that they donate their time as a volunteer, they get a $200 voucher that can be used towards a ceremony. So after you go once, yes, you can go back and volunteer. And I guess in a weekend, in essence, you could earn $400 in credit vouchers. So that's kind of sort of like what you're talking about there. So yeah, they definitely are open to that. But I have got to go and check on a job that I started yesterday, and then go see my daughters and make them dinner and give them baths and brush their teeth and put them to bed and read them some stories, and then get back home here and do some writing and spend some time with Orly. So I still have a really busy day ahead of me and a busy evening, but I love it. And I'm all excited to do it because living life is the best fucking thing ever. And there's really nothing about it that I don't like, because I don't care what it is anymore. Nothing's going to get me down. It's all gravy, baby. So I'll see you guys. Thanks for thanks for stopping by, San Diego. Stay classy.